What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Damian Cryer, and I'm back with another video today, man. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful, blessed, and amazing day today, man. So, I am finally back home. Power was restored in my area yesterday. What's today? Today's Friday. So yes, power was restored to I believe to the whole area where I live at sometime late Thursday, because what I do is I kept checking my phone, like to see my cameras in my house, and I knew if they came back on, I knew that the power was restored. So I ended up coming home yesterday, and Erica and Baby Cryer came with me. So when I looked at one of my cameras, I kept zooming in on this particular spot in my front room. Now, you guys know I am a neat freak. I clean constantly. I get it from my mom. I'm constantly cleaning and washing stuff and wiping stuff down. That's just the type of person that I am. So I zoomed in on my camera and I noticed this little shiny spot on my floor, and I was like, now I know I just waxed my floor about 2 weeks ago, but that particular spot looked just too shiny. So I was kind of nervous all the way back to Houston. By the way, guys, Erica, we end up, as you guys know, Erica lives 2 hours away from me. So we do travel back and forth every few days to spend time with each other. I help her out with Baby Cryer, or she'll travel here. So it only takes 2 hours for me to get from Houston to Erica's location. The other day, it took almost 5.5, close to 6 hours just for us to get to Erica's location. We ended up going down there because there wasn't a lot of hotels available here in Houston during the outage. But at the same time, even the availability of some hotels, they had vacancies in available rooms available, that the hotels didn't have power or water. And that was Monday. That's when everything first kicked off Monday, because we woke up Monday, all the power was out. Today is Friday. So we woke up Monday, all the power was out. So, Erica ended up calling her people back back where she's from, and they said yesterday they had power out that way. Her mom and a couple of her relatives still had power. So we ended up driving up there, which was fine because they gave us time to, Erica didn't think I could drive in this type of weather. She thought it was all cap. She didn't think your boy could drive in this stuff. And I kept telling her, listen, I'm from the Midwest. We drive in this type of stuff. This is nothing new to us. So the drive was kind of, even though it was a real sad moment, it was a real trying time. Guys, I had to change my battery out. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna explain this situation to you guys in a minute. And there's a whole lot more people. I don't know if you guys can see. Right here, there's a whole lot more people outside the window. So yeah, I got a chance to show her my driving skills and show her that, I can drive. So it gave us time to kind of bond and me to show off my driving skills a little bit at the same time. So what ended up happening was, it took us 5.5 to 6 hours to actually drive to her location, which actually only takes 2 hours of drive time. So I hear my front door opening again. Okay, yeah. So back to that spot that I was telling you guys about. So when I zoomed in on my camera and I looked, I said that spot is a little bit too shiny to be just my floor. Because I look at, like if I go to the gas station or something, I'm always pulling my cameras up. Sometimes Mia is in the house and sometimes she's outside the house. When I'm gone, even if it's just to the store, I still pull my cameras up. Because I have to know what's going on. That's why I have the cameras installed for my, protection, my safety. And even though the cameras can't protect me, they can protect, or they can expose what someone outside the home who might break in or something may try to do in case I gotta defend myself. So they'll definitely help me in case I had to, put it on somebody who tries to bring harm to me or break in my house or something. So it's always nice to have. So anyway, me and Eric was driving back to Houston yesterday, and I was like, something's not right. I said, but we do have power. I said, but something's not right. So when that's the workers outside working. I'm gonna show you guys what's going on. So yesterday, we pulled up in front of the house, and I told Eric, I said, yo, let me go inside the house first. Let me go inside the house first. That way, in case, because when we left here, we had the fireplace lit, but we left because the fumes were just that bad. Imagine that, the power went off Monday morning. It didn't come back up until Thursday. That's 4 freaking days. So there's no way we could do that firewood. And I think it's something that I had did wrong. I don't think that I opened the vent to the fireplace and that's caused all the smoke to come down. But anyway, I told Erica, let me go in the house first and check. So when I came in this front door, I started walking in the door and I started hearing these sounds. And the first thing I seen was, it was this whole floor right here. This whole floor was full of water. I mean, the whole entire floor. It was just full. This carpet right here got extremely damaged. This carpet was a gift from my kids a few months back, and this is a very, very, very expensive carpet right here. So my carpet ended up getting ruined, so I got 2 fans to get it dried out. And I happened to look up here, where's that corner at? I don't know if you guys can see, I'm gonna try to zoom. I happened to look up here to the ceiling. I'm gonna try to put the camera up and see if I can zoom on the guys. And bam, right there. See that spot on the ceiling? Water was just pouring out. There's a long line going all the, I'm trying to keep the camera up so you guys can see it. There's a line going all the way across the ceiling. My pipes, guys. My pipes in my house had busted while I was gone. And it just so happened when the power kicked back on yesterday, those pipes had started thawing out. And when those pipes started thawing out, I guess the plastic PVC valve had broke into 2 pieces. So basically, I did let my water run and drip all through the house, but the mistake I made was I let just the cold water, and the cold water only drip. I forgot, I didn't like, in Indiana, we turn the cold water on because we use like a lot of steel metal pipes over there. In Texas, they don't really use those type of valves, pipes and stuff. They use more plastic because this is a really hot state. So it's not a cold state. But the pipes ended up breaking because I didn't have the hot water on. Now, some people in my area are dealing with worse situations because I had 1 pipe in the ceiling break and 1 pipe that goes to my hot water heater that actually burst, but that goes from the hot water unit throughout the house. So that's a really easy fix because it's like a T-shaped PVC. So some people in the neighborhood wasn't as lucky. I got home yesterday. I'm truly blessed because things could have been worse. Things could have been a lot worse. My insurance company, for some reason, I don't understand why. Now I have homeowners insurance, and I have other insurance aside to this. But my insurance couldn't do anything for me because of so many pipe bursts that's going on in the area. So I felt like my insurance company failed me. But I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. Why? Because I'm not the only one who's going through this. There's people who's going through some really serious issues, man. And we're gonna talk about those issues in a minute, but I wanna show you what they're outside doing. They're actually outside trying to turn the colors. They're trying to re-give me some hot water in my house, which I am so happy. Look, they're over here working. Hey, ladies, how y'all doing? Don't be trying to run. So yeah, the big boss is camera shy, but yeah. So
try to hide from the camera.
The big boss, the big boss cannot be revealed. But yeah, so right now, they were nice enough to come over here and fix the work themselves. You know, like I said, I got very lucky. A lot of people are still without water, frozen pipes, and yet the very next day after I come home, I'm able to get my hot water fixed. And I think that was very nice of them. So that's what's going on, guys. So yeah, guys, so that was some of the people who's over here actually working on my house right now. My situation was, I don't know, I won't say it was major. It was actually quite minimum to some people who have pipes underground. The ones who have them actually in their ceiling. I've actually been in a home before where the pipes bursted during an ice storm and the ceiling actually came down on us while we were actually eating in the front room. But not this house, this was years ago. But so guys, you know, like speaking with like pandemics and stuff, like 2020 started off really crazy and you guys see how 2021 started off. You know, I feel truly blessed to be here. You know, like in 2020, A lot of people went to the hospital with the COVID. They didn't survive the COVID. And a lot of people who entered this Arctic blast down here in the parts of Texas, a lot of people didn't survive the Arctic blast. And, you know, I'm not trying to force it to seem more serious than what it really is, because the fact of the matter is, guys, this was very serious. Now we are about at the end of it. And somebody is to blame for this. Somebody is responsible for this. I watched a lot of news stories and stuff. We couldn't get television, obviously, but we got like news on YouTube. You can go on YouTube and watch news and stuff like that, get updates, live news footage coverage and stuff of what's going on. And we've seen like a lot of cars, people was actually going out the house with their kids, starting the cars up, letting the cars run for hours. And, you know, just to get warm. We've seen gas stations run out of gas. We've seen semi trucks on the side of the road turned over. We actually witnessed accidents. We witnessed it. We witnessed people spinning around in the middle of the street that was going 20 miles, 30, 40 miles below the speed limit. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, I can honestly say I've been in winter storms before, but this was by far one of the worst that I've ever seen. And it wasn't the snow that was the factor. It was the cold, it was the freeze up. So they're saying, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this place right, but it's called Huracan. It's one of the largest energy suppliers in the whole entire state of Texas. From my understanding, they farm out some of their work to other states and stuff around the United States, Huracan. So, you know, I may not be saying this right. So if I'm not, you know, kind of correct me in the comment sections. I'm hearing that 70,000 Texans actually lost power. Lost power because of the freeze up, the coldness, the ice, the winds. 70,000 actually lost power legitimately because of the freeze up. But I'm hearing another 4 million people, Texans, lost power because of Huracan. I guess they wanted to cut the power off to preserve energy. And from my understanding, from what they're saying, as had they not cut the power off to those 4 million people, that that restoring the power later on would have took months down the line. And I'm guessing that's what they're saying, that it would have actually took months down the line. So they cut the power off to these people on purpose. And my area, I believe, was one of the places because they said that they had cut the power off Monday morning. Monday morning is when our power had went off. And I'm thinking the reason why I say somebody has to be held responsible, somebody has to be held accountable for this, because a lot of people lost their lives. A lot of people lost their lives unnecessarily. You know, you had people with these oxygen tanks in their house, people who have hospital equipment in their house that actually failed and their life depended on this equipment. And these people lost their lives. A mother and her 8-year-old daughter lost their lives, I guess due to carbon monoxide poisoning. Prayers go out to that family as well as the other families, because there's a lot of people who actually lost their life throughout this whole entire pandemic. And yes, we do have some better weather coming our way in Texas, but this does not change the fact that somebody needs to be held accountable for what happened so that something like this doesn't never ever happen again. I mean, this was bad, man. I'm hearing some places they even had to bring in the National Guard or the military to do wellness checks on people, especially like the elderly people. But as I looked at the news, I seen parts of Houston downtown that was just lit up. Empty office buildings just lit up. Some of the richer neighborhoods didn't even get affected. It was almost just sick to see, man. You know, like, you guys go back and watch some of those clips, you'll see the whole entire downtown skyline just lit up, unaffected. So it's like, Huracan, from my understanding, now don't quote me on this 100%, from my understanding, they were able to pick and choose the people or the areas or the locations that they thought that should have power. and they choose the locations and places and people that they thought that should not have power at this time. And like I said, you know, when life is involved, it changes the whole entire game. It takes it to a whole new level. Now, you know, me being from the Midwest, again, like I said earlier on in the video, I'm used to this type of weather. I'm used to it. But when we lose power over there in the Midwest, or let me say Indiana, where I'm from, we lose power over there, we lose power legitimately because it's a windstorm. They don't just turn our power off. Now, they have turned our power off during the summertime if they were working on the power line, but they would give us a notice. They would put something on our door or send us something in the mail saying, hey, on this date, the power is gonna be down for 3 hours from 1 to 3 p.m. or something like that. You know, so they don't just cut your power off, especially at a time like this. You know, we had where generators, people were, I mean, you couldn't even walk in the store and buy a generator. You know, you couldn't go anywhere to get food. I mean, you couldn't go to any restaurants. Guys, it was just horrible, man. It was just horrible. So, the reason I'm making this video, man, I just want to say for the people out there who lost their loved ones, man, you know, our prayers are with you. Praying for you guys. You know, it's really sad, and don't think that you guys are alone. Monday was the day that we all stepped into the darkness together. We all stepped into the darkness together. And for me, I know that this is real. This was about survival. I told Erica several times throughout them 4 days, I said, this is about survival. This is not a drill. This is not a joke. This is not a practice. This is about survival. And that's what it really was. It was really about survival. You know, I mean, I can't put it any other way. So now that we are a day into having our power restored and most of the crazy ice and stuff has melted, people are getting a power restored, we're now entering the second phase of what's going on. Now we have to work on the cosmetics of everything that happened as far as the structure of people's homes. I'm hearing that some people's roofs have collapsed. People have bursted gas lines. It's just, I realized during these 4 days, you know, with all this going on, just how real that it is, man. You know, when you up against it, you're up against it, and you can't do anything but just pray and try to get yourself to safety and all that good stuff. But yeah, but we are okay now. Again, I am in the process of getting my house worked on. It's, they came over last night. Multiple people came over last night, a couple contractors, and they were giving quotes and prices and back and forth with the insurance companies and waiting on them to respond and all that crap, man. It's just crazy, but we're okay now. I did bring Dion back with me and Erica back with me. I brought them both back with me. Again, we were actually able to go to her house and get shelter for those 4 days, which was still kind of scary because even like and where she lived at, one of the water pipes had froze up. So her water was down for like a couple hours, but then they ended up getting the water back up. But there was a few episodes where the lights were just flickering on and off, flickering on and off. And we had to go find water and stuff, which everybody, I mean, when I say everybody was out of water, everybody. There was no water. H-E-B, Walmart, Kroger's, the water was gone. They had plenty of soda, energy drinks and juice, but the water was completely gone. Now we can't really drink the water here because of parasites. So we have to boil the water. We're under a boil water advisory, which by the grace of God, we end up, somebody came by my house and brought this to me. So thank God for the people who came over and brought me these 2 5-gallon jugs of water. So again, my house is in a disarray, man. You know, I could be really pissed about my carpet, but the truth of the matter is I'm not as really upset as I should be because more people are dealing with more serious situations. The floor has to be redone. Hold on, man, I hear you, girl. The whole entire floor has to be redone. This part of the floor got damaged during the water. Part of the floor. So I'm gonna have to contact my insurance company and come over and get this whole thing refixed. And what happens is I don't think that they can do this just in sections. I think they have to rip this whole entire floor up. And it's a nice floor too, but once that water gets up under there, you can't really stop the damage because the water is already up under the floorboards. So again, I don't know if I'm gonna have this carpet cleaned. Hey, I don't know if I'm gonna have the carpet cleaned or what I'm gonna do, but okay guys, we might be getting some hot water here soon. A couple of contractors just came back in. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to just cop in real quick, let you guys know that your boy is good, we okay. It's a slow recovery process, but things are starting to return back to normal. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching this video. I love you guys. Until next time, I'm Damian Cryer, and I'm gonna see you in the next video.